Hi there, folks. It's Jonathan Denwood here from WP-Tonic. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a honest review of FluentCommunity. It's an exciting new platform where using the power of WordPress, you can build a real community-focused solution, a competitor to things like Circle or Mighty Networks or School, which I really detest myself personally. But using FluentCommunity, you really can produce something that will meet the majority of your community building needs on WordPress. I'll be back in a few moments, folks. Coming back, folks. So I'm excited to give an honest review on FluentCommunity. There's no affiliate links linked in this review. It's my honest opinion of this solution that combines the power of WordPress that drives between 40 to 45% of all websites out there. And it's an excellent solution if you're looking at Circle.io or Mighty Networks or School. Until FluentCommunity came out, really the only solution out there was BuddyBoss, which, don't get me wrong, is still an excellent solution also, but it is a bit of a beast because it requires fantastic hosting, which you, by the way, you can get with WP-Tonic. But it also has a lot of functionality inbuilt with it. Also, it's with BuddyBoss, it's a combination of a theme with a plugin. But you don't get that with FluentCommunity. It is a plugin, but there are some provisos that you've got to understand. Now, in my personal opinion, the way they've set up FluentCommunity is that it gives you the experience of a Facebook group with direct messaging, direct chat that works really quick. It's an add-on element that you can tick this live chat functionality, but it really has the feel of the way it's been developed of a Facebook group metaphor. So if you're used to Facebook groups or Slack groups, you're going to be well at home. Now, I feel that it's a great, if you're just looking for a community without membership, you can set it up as your main with your main domain. But if you already got a Facebook website, I think very similar to if you were looking at Circle.io, you would be best to set this up as a subdomain and then have FluentCommunity on that subdomain. Other people would disagree with me. It does, you can change the colors and that, but at the present moment, FluentCommunity only does the way it, because it's a plugin, it doesn't adopt all the style functionality of the theme, the page builder that you're probably going to be utilizing. This is a this is a this can be seen as a minus, or this could be seen as a plus, because there's always a balance between ease of use and setup and customization. It's just a reality, folks, out there. The more customization, the more ability to change things makes something more complicated. It's just a fact. So I think FluentCommunity have chosen the kind of Circle.io practice. So also they do offer course functionality inside Fluent Community. Would I choose to use it? Well, it depends on the case by case. You know, if you're just looking for basic membership subscription, I probably would look at it. But I personally think on your main website, you should utilize something like Lifter LMS or LearnDash for your courses, and then have your membership, have your community membership functionality on a subdomain. Now, me saying that, I'm going to hear voices. I'm hearing voices already saying, well, doesn't that mean, you know, you're going to have two login? They're going to have to subscribe to the membership on your main website, and then they're going to have a secondary process. And the truth is no, because the beauty is that Fluent Community come from the same people as Fluent CRM, and it's the Fluent Forms people as well. So because it's coming from the same parent company, it has really fantastic integration. And Lifter LMS or LearnDash really works fantastic with Fluent CRM. And because that can trigger, basically when somebody signs up on your main website for your membership, they can then be automatically subscribed to your subdomain using Fluent Community. There's no worries there. It's rock solid. And that's the other thing. When it comes to marketing automation between your main website and your community, they're going to be using Fluent CRM. And it's rock solid and it's well integrated because it all comes from the same main company. It's a beautiful thing to see, basically. And the power that Fluent CRM offers is just mind-bending. It's in some ways, I think it's better than Active Campaign. So you're getting all this possibility. Plus, if you host with WP-Tonic, you get all these great solutions as part of our hosting package. So you find the links and details underneath this video for that. So now, there's one thing out there that it can't do for you at the present moment. I think they're talking to some third-party vendors out there, but there's definitely one area, and I've already had a few consultations about this, and in some ways I think it's a real red herring. If you want to have a white labeled app for Android or iOS, Fluent can't do this. The only WordPress solution that can offer a white labeled app solution is BuddyBoss. Yes, you can look at Circle.io and you can look at Mighty Network. That's going to cost you, you know, they don't publicly publicize the prices, but I was talking to a couple of possible users of WP-Tonic, and they had spoken recently to both Circle and Mighty Network. Circle's for a white labeled app started around 15 to 25,000, and Mighty Network started at 25 to 35,000, and BuddyBoss starts at a couple of $1,000 and just under $200 a month. So it's a much more economical solution. But Fluent Community doesn't offer anything around it. Do I see that as a real problem? No, because 90% of the people that got this fixation that they need an app, and especially a white label, every person that I've had a consultation lately wants a white labeled app. Both Circle and Mighty Network provided a much cheaper solution, but it's branded with all their branding. And every conversation I have, the people want a white labeled solution. But the majority that I talk to haven't even launched a membership website. They haven't even launched a community. They haven't even got one member in a community, in a Facebook community group or in a Slack group or discourse or whatever your poison, whatever SaaS orientated platform that you're utilizing, that you don't have real ownership, which is fine with me when you're starting out. These are great solutions. But they haven't even got one member. I just think you're trying to run before you can walk, basically. And that's what I advise people. So let's get back to the review with Fluent Community. It doesn't offer that. If you want it, you're going to have to look at Buddy Boss. I don't think you need it when you're starting out. Now, has it got all the bells and whistles of Buddy Boss? No. Do you need all the bells and whistles of Buddy Boss? No, definitely not, especially when you're starting out. In my opinion, it has between 80 and 90% of the functionality. It's been out for about 6 to 8 months. It comes from a great team. I'm sure they're going to build some additional functionality. Are they going to build it out so it offers everything that Buddy Boss offers? I hope they don't go down that route. I think that would be the wrong route for them to go down. Should they offer more integration with Lifter LMS and LearnDash? Definitely. Is it a major problem? No, because the way that Fluent Community and because they offer Fluent CRM, it's not a big problem anyway, in my opinion, because you're gonna, based on my recommendation, you're gonna have it on a subdomain anyway. Yeah, my end thoughts about this for a couple $100 a year. I think it's fantastic. I really do. And like I say, if you host with WP-Tonic, everything I've discussed, the Fluent CRM, Fluent Community, you get it all part of the bundle anyway, and you can run it on a subdomain. We're totally happy with that on our hosting platform. So you can have your main website and you can have Fluent Community on a subdomain. That's a fantastic solution. The other thing, it's got badges, it's got score functionality. So it's got some of the key factors that school pushes. Now, this is my personal opinion. I wouldn't touch school with a barge pole because for $99, in my personal opinion, it's a rip-off. Also, the founder and one of the main investors are really dicey individuals, and I don't want anything to do with them. But that's my personal opinion. I really iffy people with dicey business practices, in my opinion. So having something which you can totally control at a really reasonable price that works with a number of other options in the WordPress sphere, it's just fantastic. If you also want to point out, I've written an article that goes into all this in a lot more detail. You'll find the link in the video description underneath. If you found this video useful, hopefully you did, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. That really encourages me to make more of these videos. And hopefully you found this review gave you an insight on this great solution. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.